Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. My name is Alex. I am outside three-point lane with Nina. 4-1 against Tottenham. It's not too bad.
No, not too bad. That game was carnage. This is my first Spurs away day, by the way. How mad is that? And nice one. No, honestly, if anyone told you the scoreline, told you that Jackson would bag a hat-trick, there'd be 2 red cards, there'd be 6 ruled out goals, there'd be about 20 minutes extra time added in total, basically another half of a half. And yeah, we'd walk away with 3 points today. Probably would have told you were on something.
And you'd find someone was handicapped after the match who wasn't handicapped before.
Mate, honestly, what on earth was that game? I mean, can we just start off by saying that the referees were, we need to ask some serious questions. Why does it take about 15 minutes to decide if a goal is offside or not? Like, absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, Romero, that foul in the first half where he should have been sent off, way before that red. Again, these are just decisions that genuinely influence the game. But here we go. At least they spotted that one. Obviously, Sterling's first goal for the foul, frustrating again. How many times did we go through celebrating and then holding our heads, celebrating, holding our heads, thinking, how the hell is this game going to go? And actually, I think we made it a lot harder than it should have been. We were given a silver plate of an opportunity to punish 9-men Tottenham tonight, top of the table, unbeaten, and here it is. Oh yeah, forgot to add that we would have finished their unbeaten run this season, isn't it? And maybe 4-1 away is our thing this season, Alex, because obviously Burnley was good, but no. How we set up in that game, I thought was decent. I think maybe Cucurella was surprised to not start, but then again, I think Colwill coped well. At times he was trying to, string like through balls to Sterling. At times he overplayed them, but then the odd few passes did find them. I think it was the right call to bring him off though, because he was a bit of like a loose cannon at one point, and he did lose his head a little bit.
It's a London derby, Nina.
It is a London derby, and that's what you love to see, to be fair. There was so much passion in that game. There was so much fight, and really, I turned up today just expecting to see that. This is the London derby we want. These are the London derbies we've had in the past. Our Chelsea boys have given us this in the past so many times, and we obviously just expected these guys to turn up tonight, and they did. So fair enough. Like I said though, there were too many missed opportunities, which we would have been talking about had it not been 4-1, because really, even after the second red card, it was still too hard. Tottenham were playing their high line. They were still pinning us in our own box, putting away chances, and really that, didn't put away chances, but had them anyway. And Malo Gusto as well, when he came on, that silly little free kick he gave away. When you're 2-man up, you shouldn't be giving those away, mate. On set pieces, we know that they can be dangerous. They know that, sort of height-wise as well in the box, they can punish us. So we put ourselves in a little bit more jeopardy than, we should have. But then it was good to see we got the goals. Look, like I said, this season we've had good performances and we haven't been getting the results. Tonight, you could argue, not the best performance, but we got the goals at the end. And Jackson is someone that builds on goals. You can see when he struggled against Brentford and Arsenal, he came off the pitch with his head held down. He didn't look happy with himself. Tonight, it looked like he had a little bit more after he scored, but again, costly with some of the opportunities. One-on-one with the keeper, he doesn't really know what to do. He freezes, and that's not the prolific striker that you need.
Could have easily scored 5.
Easily could have scored 5 way before, and like I said, why did it need to get to a time where they had 2-man sent off for us to really find our way in that game? Again, first 5 minutes when they scored, I thought the game was truly over. They were all over us those first 6-7 minutes, and that's just where you see the kind of incohesion. You see how Tottenham play and how they've learnt to play as a collective. I think obviously Madder's coming off as well, maybe broke them up a little bit too. I think obviously big game player for Tottenham this season, and a lot of Spurs fans have actually been sort of not wanting this day to come where Madders is walking off of an injury. I don't know how serious that is, but we're talking about a serious playmaker here for them. So how does that affect them moving forward? Obviously their unbeaten run has ended. Man City take top of the table, so it's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back. Yeah, they're probably going to argue those 2 red cards, trip them up, but really that scoreline should have been so much bigger for us. It really should have been.
We've had so much bad luck this season. I don't understand why people are complaining when we finally get something on our side. Like, this is not This is not something that happens a lot. Usually it's the other way around.
No, you're so right on that, but it's just like I don't want to strip our standards as low as that, you know. I still want us to come and actually put on a performance in these London derbies. I don't want us going into games like Arsenal and Tottenham thinking, can we beat them or are we going to be okay? Because that's just the fear that we have this season, because based off the opposition's form and stuff, it's rightfully that we can go into these games feeling a little bit fearful, but I don't want that. I don't want to go into that with that mentality. That's why I'm treating this game as it would be any other year. We come to Tottenham and we beat them. We walk away with our 3 points and our heads held high. I don't want to sit here and say, yeah, and you know, Jackson, you got his hat trick. Yes, well done for scoring those goals, but moving forward, it should be better when you are one-on-one. These are the games where we're going to need you, especially when it's 11 versus 11. We're not going to have games where moving forward we do have 2 players of the opposition's team get sent off. So
yeah, absolutely. And just your thoughts on the whole VAR situation, because obviously I know that they're there to help the referee, and I actually don't think Michael Oliver did a bad job. I think it was the people upstairs that were really disappointing, because you can't take that long to make a decision. And also for me, you can't get involved in that many decisions. You are literally killing the game. It's not football at that point. It's like I'm watching the NFL. There's so many breaks. You know, you could literally have a commercial on for 5 minutes. So, I mean, what's your thoughts on that? And what can we do? Would you just scrap VAR? Should there be a cap on time in terms of how long these officials have to make decisions? Because otherwise, they just take forever.
Yeah, no, they should be. I mean, I think, like you said, they break up momentum big time. You know, you see players sort of having a chat around the pitch. We're like, what's going on? You know, what's the on-field decision? What's the off-field decision? And clearly, obviously, following from that Tottenham-Liverpool game, I think that the on-field referee is taking extra time sort of communicating with, obviously, VAR and stuff. And I think that's what is sort of slowing the process down. I think they're probably second-guessing their own decisions and stuff. And then it's just taking so long. But that's not professional. VAR needs to improve big time. And yes, it's not the actual technology, but it's just the way it's used. It's how you use it, how long it takes you to use it, because in these London derbies you can't be taking 15 minutes to realise is it offside, is it onside, when sometimes you can literally, well, a fan from that perspective can see when it's clearly offside or not, you know.
For me, it should be like the World Cup. You don't even need a person's opinion when it's offside. The technology just tells you, and then the referee can let the game flow. A bit like when a ball crosses the line, the referee checks his watch and you can see it, right? So if there is a mistake, you can go back to it, but you don't need to take so much time to make a decision. I just think that, for me, that's killing football in general. And also, when we speak about London derby, and this was actually a feisty one, but the referees make it impossible to have a proper fiery derby these days, because you do anything, you get a yellow card, you do a little push. 10 years ago, that was applauded as passion. Now that's called stupidity, and you get a yellow card or a red card. So there's a fine line between playing with passion and being reckless.
Yeah, no, you're right. Also, though, you know what came to mind? Caicedo's goal. I know it was off and it was ruled out, but what a finish from him. And really, that's what we want. Players taking shots from outside the box. Don't care if you're a midfielder, if you're a centre-back, if you're a forward. If you're in a position where you can shoot, do it. It's what we need. And I'm so glad for him, because you can see that he's another player that's sort of getting a little bit more confidence and coming into these games. And, you know, I'm so pleased for him. Yes, we want you to turn up. And, yeah, 9 out of 10 times, it's probably going to be a goal, like it was tonight. Yes, it was ruled off, but it still doesn't take away from the brilliant display that you put on and your efforts as well. Enzo, he came off. I think he's injured. Is he injured? I hope not, but he sort of was brought off. I think Poch spotted that he was going down too much and it was taking a lot of effort for him to get back up. And obviously, you know, we could afford with the 2-man down to let a big game player like Enzo come off and get his rest so that he doesn't, you know, pick up a more serious injury. But collectively, I think things to improve, but at the end of the day, like we said, 3 points is what we needed. We need to move up the pitch. At the end of the day, no one's really going to look back and say, oh, but that performance was crap, when we've had such good performances this season and we've got nothing out of all those games, you know. So really, we are in a position where it does need to improve. I'm not going to toot Jackson's horn too much, but I'm going to say, well done, build on that, but score when you are one-on-one with the keeper, when we need you to score in those games, when we need you to find openers, we need you to get equalisers and winners as well.